Yeah, where's your face?
It's going to be on stream. You have to see it on stream,
Okay.
unfortunately. So, basically, everyone who doesn't already know, basically, this is just going to be our sort of overview and what we think of what's happened in the last couple of weeks. And, I don't know, I guess you could say just a view from a couple different teams. So, it's myself, Russian Panda from Anti-Alias. We got Twist. Say hello,
Hi,
Twist.
I'm also from Anti-Alias. I play support. Yeah.
We also got Switch from Trident.
Hi!
And we also got Giles. I don't think you're on a team at the moment, are you, Giles?
Working on it. Soon to be announced. Should be pretty nice. But I play support
Also-
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mostly in ranked.
Also, Giles is the mod for the Reddit. Oh shit, Smite Oceanic.
Yeah. The only one at the moment.
The, let's not talk about that just yet.
The only good one at the moment. Well, I mean, there's been lots of things that's happened like the last couple of weeks, or mainly just the last couple of days, really, with what's happened on the Reddit and what's been found out and all that sort of stuff. Switch, you want to start from there or anything?
Yeah, so quick little recap of the entire controversy. Well, I guess we'll call it controversy. There was a leaked image from somewhere, sparked up a lot of angst and, I don't know,
Sorta
people
just
didn't,
Ruffled
yeah, it kind of just
everything.
spun, it kind of rustled everyone's jimmies a bit in the wrong way. And, yeah, it's people's tempers started to go off a little bit, no pun intended. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It kind of just got a bit out of control and blew up pretty quickly when no one actually had the time to stop and analyze what was really going on. Yeah.
I mean, there's some things where it, like, shouldn't have been had to leak, even though it wasn't final. They should still have let us know, sort of like what they were thinking of what to do with teams and stuff like that, and what teams were going to matter.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree there. The only thing that kind of threw me was the whole thing of how that flowchart was not final, but still the months that had passed were in it.
Yeah.
And we still hadn't heard anything from that. That's my only little bit of thing towards it. But again, it was not final, so we can't be certain that.
Yeah, and like the main thing was like the
way it was
fact
gonna
that
go.
could have been really bad, and like the teams that mattered weren't going to be in it because they didn't know about the fact that it would have been top 8 for Cybergamer, basically. Like teams
Yeah,
that would have only
exactly.
had losses may have been in the top 8 and gotten in if they didn't sort of start to leak a little bit of it, and then because they've leaked a little bit of the information that the top 8 were going to be released. Like I know for our team, we weren't on Cybergamer because we didn't really think it was necessary. And then we joined back in like last week because we thought, oh crap, we need to get to top
Yeah.
8.
At least
Yeah,
we managed to
exactly.
scrape in.
Which
But yeah, it was bad that they just didn't bring it out to people. Like it's a competition. It was advertised as a fun ladder, and
But yet again, Taddy and Nightfall and stuff didn't really know that it was being transitioned into that. It's just been a
Yeah,
bunch.
exactly.
It's just been a lot of miscommunication between teams, Cybergamer, and everything else. Yeah, so it's sort of just like they've gone through, and Hi-Rez and the guys that are connected from Hi-Rez in Australia aren't really connected, and Switch has now got our swag on, so we can keep the video side.
that was for Sporks.
Sweet. But it's like the miscommunication there, then them not being able to tell us what's happening has got to screwed it over. But it's no one's individual fault. It's just a general shit situation that blew up.
It could have been
Yeah, I
handled
feel like
better.
it could have been a lot of stuff in the last week could have been handled a lot better. Unfortunately, that wasn't how it ended up playing out. We had a whole lot of I think it was mainly confusion that most people were going through. We were thrown from it being
So bad.
that's all. Put your phone on silent. Come on.
Whoops.
Puts phone on silent. Or is on bed to avoid vibration. Yeah, so I think it was a lot of confusion between teams and stuff, not really knowing what was happening, and people sitting there trying to like work out this team lose and then this team win, and if we win, we might be able to scrape it to the top 8, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was. I don't know. It
just
really did.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it boiled some bloods, and yeah, it was just not a very fun time for us in our fun-loving small community.
I mean, it's also sort of really unfortunate that like the team, like people, fair enough, jumped straight to conclusions and started going straight at teams like Silicon and Odyssey Rock Bears and people that are admins on Cybergamer. I mean, yeah, maybe it could have been their fault, but like sometimes it's better just to get all the answers than just jump straight into it.
Exactly. And then from Cybergamer and all that, then everything shifted over to
Reddit.
Giles's little bundle of joy on Reddit. Did you want to go through a little bit
community.
Did you want to go through a little bit of what happened? The first few posts that you saw and had to get rid of and had to carefully monitor because it could have spiraled out of control.
Yeah, look, it was a pretty iffy situation, especially for me, because even when I was modding on the actual Reddit, I mean, like I got fired from that because I wasn't doing enough, which is fair enough. But
I understand the
for
feeling
our
of being
Reddit
fired
of like,
from a Reddit.
well, like, look, that's 40,000 people that couldn't start a shitstorm as big as the one that we started with 150 people. We seem to have gotten into our own little world and completely ignored any other possibility except for the fact that, Cybergame was keeping this from us the entire time. Like, the facts are that wasn't true, and the way that it was handled was really, really bad in my opinion. It's definitely like an opinion sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of has to be played on each person. Some people were just like, yeah, look, it was a bit fucked, but we can't really do much about it, and they kind of had that carefree kind of attitude. Some people, it kind of hit a bit close to home with them because they've been trying really hard to get their teams on for scrims and for practices and discussions and all that kind of stuff. And to find out that they make it into something or something was kept from them that was very important, probably really upset them, and that's when people started to get a bit vocal. Words and stuff were definitely thrown around a lot, and
Yeah.
it was awful. On a side note, I'd like to make a personal apology to Taddy and Nightfall for the comments I said to them. It was just unneeded, misinformed, and yeah, it kind of blew up a bit more than I thought one stupid comment would. And yeah, I'm actually really sorry about that.
I mean, it's not also just from Switch. Everyone sort of needs to realize that, yeah, things were thrown around and people have said, I guess, really bad things to other people, mainly directed to Nightfall and Taddy. And I know their job at the moment is pretty hard done by, and they're sort of getting a bit under the pump and sort of right in the eye of the entire community. And it's kind of hard for people jumping straight to conclusions. And now it's sort of settled down and everyone's sort of thought it through and thought about it. Everyone sort of just needs to, I don't know, get buddy-buddy again, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing that we can do in a situation like this. We can kind of just like, we can kind of look back on some of the bad that's happened and some of the controversy around the scene, and then just kind of blow it off and be like, all right, well, I guess it's kind of brought us together a bit stronger as a community because we've been able to get through something like that and still not have that hate and animosity towards each other. Again, that's all personal. If someone else is still holding a grudge over something like that, that must have been, yeah, probably need to work on your attitude. But that's...
So, what's next on the list? Switch?
Next, we're going to be talking... Oh, Giles is going to be introducing the new rules that we're going to be having on the subreddit because... have you got the tab open?
Oh, shit.
Just have
because...
to read through
Wait,
this.
I'm finding which
There was a
browser
lo-
it's in.
Because there was a lot of there was a lot of questioning of Giles's modding and not giving notice before getting rid of something, not giving an explanation and whatnot. So this is kind of just here so that we can make a public announcement so people will get on the subreddit. The rules are also there, so you can see it there. But next time you jump on the subreddit, give it a read through if stuff's unclear here, because they are fairly specific rules, and it's
gonna
definitely
suck
well
if
worth a
kinda
read
get in
because you
trouble with
don't.
them. Yeah.
Exactly my
Well,
point.
Like, I guess I'll take over here. Basically, since the matters that happened, was it Monday?
Yeah.
Everyone's referring to it as Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday.
Like
It was Monday.
it's like Black Monday or something. Since then, I've kind of like reevaluated how the Smite Oceanic Reddit will work, and it's basically going to be a zero tolerance on personal attacks. We're not going to tolerate anyone making a direct personal attack. So if you name someone and you say, "Look, I hate this person," like, you're off the Reddit. You're banned straight away, and you're banned from any event that we run.
Does
Yep.
that also apply for teams? If someone's directing something towards teams, or is that just
No,
individual players?
It's just individuals. I mean, people have to start recognizing that they are representing their team and representing their sponsor, which is huge. So, for the Reddit, it's individuals. Like if one person attacks somebody on Reddit, they're banned from the Reddit and they're banned from any Reddit sort of event. They're not banned from Cybergamer, but I mean, we can. It's up to Cybergamer.
We can try
to deal with those.
We can try.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk to Nightfall and like get you banned from it if we want, but honestly,
No, it's just-
I'm probably not going to go to that extent because I'm lazy. I'm just going to ban you from the Reddit, and if you're banned from the Reddit, you're banned from our events. We're going to start hosting a lot more than we have in the previous past, and I'm going to start picking up a team as well, which brings me to like when I kind of am running the Reddit on my own, I'm going to start bringing more people in because I asked people to apply a long time ago, and I haven't got back to those people yet just because I've been moving and how busy I've been. So those people will be noticed soon. They'll be noticed soon enough. I'll get in contact with you guys very soon. But direct attacks on individuals is like a zero tolerance. Repulsive use of language, to define that rule, it means that it depends on what context you use like swear words in. If you're swearing at someone in a bad scent, like in a bad spotlight, that's going to get you banned. I'm not against swear words. Like, it's not that bad of a thing. And then of course witch hunting and naming and shaming. Like, if you name someone out for being like bad at the game or doing something wrong, Reddit's not the place. It's a place for our community to grow constructively.
Yeah.
It's not a place for people to be named and shamed and bullied out of our community. That's not what I made the Reddit for, and it's not what it's going to be that's not what's going to be tolerated. I'm going to start banning people really quickly. If you're going to come to our Reddit and point out people for either being bad at the game, in your opinion, bad at the game, bad at the community, like that sort of stuff. My biggest thing is that if you have a problem with one person, it's really easy to deal with that issue in a private matter rather than taking it to Reddit.
Exactly.
So before you come to Reddit, go and message that person directly and sort it out with them, because honestly, we're not going to deal with it. Our community doesn't have to deal with it, and it's not our problem to begin with. Like,
Yeah.
go deal with someone else. Like, honestly, it's your problem. Not
Especially
mine.
on the-
And it's a lot
Not
easier.
ours.
It's a lot easier to go up to one person and talk to, or like call someone in curse, or message someone in game and talk to them about something, than it is to actually go on a public forum. And it's just better for, like, it just makes yourself look better most of all.
Yeah.
And for those people that don't
Especially-
actually, that
especially
say,
if you're
I don't care how
representing
people like, yeah, no, not even just a team. Like, it should be on another level of, I'm representing Smite Australia. I'm representing the whole esports scene of Australia in Smite. And yeah.
I mean,
I feel like
especially
they're
on, like, the witch hunting,
it's being overlooked a bit.
especially on like the witch hunting point of thing. Like, you really don't want to put your name out there as trying to get someone banned or like trying to shame someone else. It's sort of directed also as well as BM, like witch hunting. It's basically
And you
telling
don't want the
people off.
title though, like you know what I mean. You know when
Yeah.
the title is the scumbag, you know that no one wants to, you know.
You don't want
chill
those
with
negative
and play
connotations
games
attached
with.
to your name. Because the moment you
definitely.
decide, oh wow, I've kind of messed up, I've kind of been rude to people for a while, and then you try and like it's a lot harder for you to redeem yourself
That's why.
because it's always in the back of
I-
people's heads.
That's why I think of myself as someone who just doesn't want to get involved in that stuff. Like, you know, if someone would say, "Yeah, did you hear about all this shit on Reddit?" and I'll just be like, "No, I'm not gonna get involved in that sort of stuff."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, I just like stay out of it, and then so like my name doesn't come the guy I don't want to talk about. You know.
We just need to get to the stage where people are posting their opinions but not directed at people, and people are more or less reading what other people have to say in their opinions and not taking it personally.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And look, if you've got a problem with Cybergamer, you can start a thread of discussion about Cybergamer. But if you're targeting an individual, that's where I'll put my stance and I'll go, hey, that's not right. You can't be targeting this one person for X amount of reasons. That's just not cool. To be against Cybergamer is a different thing, and you can have a discussion, and maybe the Cybergamer admins can continue in that discussion, but just don't be hostile about it. Be passive, put out your reasoning for things, and maybe you'll get some reasoning back, and maybe you guys can agree on, like, just some sort of middle ground. It's how a more mature sort of conversation will go. If you
I
know
also
what I
think
mean.
that if you've got a direct problem with how something's being run on Cybergamer, I don't think Reddit's the place for you to open that kind of thing up. If you actually want to get some answers, don't post on Reddit being like, "Why did this?" Blah blah blah. You can go and talk to Berserk. You can find Yons on what's called on Skype and stuff. You can talk to Taddy or Nightfall or what's the other guy's name? Hados, I believe. He added me on Facebook the other day and we had a little
Yeah,
discussion.
Hados is pretty
Like
active
it's so
on it.
it's so easy to just get in contact with one of them and ask them a question instead of posting it publicly, like trying to show off and being like, oh yeah, I'm trying to kick up a ruckus or whatever your intention is, because the majority of people see it as attention seeking.
And also, you don't want to ruin it for your team. I mean, like, if one person comes out and sort of screws it, and BMs and that sort of stuff, you're not gonna just get banned off the Cybergamer. You're gonna put your team in a disadvantage.
That's why you gotta do it. You gotta do it like you know, the almighty subfloor.
You
Keep
sort
it real.
of you sort of just gotta. I don't know how to put it. You sort of gotta put your opinion out there, like Sub does. Not calling them out or anything. You gotta put them out there, but you gotta like not direct it at someone. I guess. Like he's put a
And you
very
just
good
gotta
the
be
mo-
opinion
respectful
out there,
about it.
and
You know.
he's done a really good job in trying to get everyone's knowledge up to date on what everyone should know. Granted, we probably should have known before Sub even found out, or before other people found out and knew about it. But it's kind of hard, and it shouldn't have been dealt with, I guess, the way it's been done.
Yeah. Agreed. Wholeheartedly. Yeah, I just think everyone just needs to kind of like calm down and just kind of like look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because when you take a step back and you see, you're like, oh yeah, one little Cybergamer mishap, like, whatever. Or the Cybergamer ladder, oh, it doesn't really care. But when you step outside that box and you're like, we've got people, like, we actually do, most people might not realize, but we actually do have people from Hi-Rez looking at everything we do in Australia, because they're looking to expand us, and you're not just going to blindly put money into something without doing a bit of research. So they're going to see this kind of stuff, and they're gonna like analyze, and they're gonna be like, okay, well, is it really worth it if this kind of stuff keeps up? Which is why I think all of us as a
but
community should
you
kind
can
of
understand why people get
come
mad.
together and. Yeah, you can definitely understand, and that's fine.
You can understand
but,
why people get mad
I'm-
because like, you know, if people want to take this seriously, want to get to Worlds, you know, they're putting time into it and they want to, you know, make the big bucks, I guess, right? Over in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
but so is everyone else.
And then
so
you
everyone
being-
else is doing the exact same as them.
Yeah, no.
So it's pissing it up for everyone.
Yeah, but then like fuck ups like that, even though it's not really that big, you know, it's just the start. It can still like get people, like you can understand why they're mad, but you know it happened. You know, get on with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to my point. It was just like, I think us being such a small community, it's such an advantage to us because if we can just brush things aside, as not very many people have been doing, but as we should be doing, then we'll grow together as a community and we'll all kind of be friends and we'll all just be able to like, get along a little bit better. And when the next, because there's always going to be something that someone's going to complain about. When the next thing that's going to be like what happened on Mad Monday or whatever the hell people are calling it, the next time that happens, no one's going to give a shit as much because everyone's just going to be a little bit closer, a little bit stronger, and just more of a bond is going to be formed.
Yeah, for
Hopefully.
sure.
Hopefully this time.
Hopefully.
What
Anything else
got?
we want to say on that, or are we going to move on to the next bit?
I think
Any
we should
last
move on to
comments?
the next bit, I think.
Awesome. Alrighty. The next thing that we got up is upcoming tournaments and whatnot. We've got the top 8 coming up.
we've
That's
got the big
looking
one, yeah.
fantastic. That's looking fantastic. I'm actually really, really excited about that. Wow, we've got Silicon against 270 Blue in the first game, I believe, by memory. This is all by memory.
I've got it here, hang on.
I thought it was
Second-
Trident versus Silicon. I mean, Trident versus
No,
Silicon.
that's next one.
Silicon
It's
versus
Trident
Narfark,
versus
no fucking clue. Basically, no fucking clue.
Yeah.
language, please.
And it's
Jeez, we're
Ping
public
270
and there's people watching.
versus Trident, and it's Hitori versus Anti-Alias, Insight versus Knights of Honor. So there's going to be a few interesting games
That's-
there. Any predictions of what you guys sort of think is going to happen within the top 8 that came out of Cybergamer?
Oh, I reckon Trident's gonna do pretty fucking well if I don't say so myself. No,
not biased,
I've said it. No. I think all the teams that are up there, have done a very good job. I think that I'm just so excited for the Anti-Alias versus Hedora game. That's gonna be phenomenal. I can't. It's like, it's too close for me to call and for me to say who's going to win. Just because both teams are looking pretty good at the moment. Silicon
from our
270. That's going to be a good game.
I mean,
from
from
your point of view,
from
your
our point of
your
view-
finals,
from our point of
finals,
view-
brother.
For the Hitori game that me and Twist can be playing in, it's a close game. I mean, we've scrimmed against them a fair bit, and it's sort of like
Once.
no, it's been more than once, because they've beaten us and we've beaten them.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
what I was going
Yeah.
back to. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
coin
that was
flip
on the
at
same
end of the
day.
day. Like,
Yeah.
That was on the same day, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
like
so-
it's gonna be a close game because I mean both of those games that we played, I think we played best of 3. I think we ended up winning the best of 3, or we just played 2 and we won 1 each. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the game that we won strongly. When the game they won really strongly. And it's gonna be a really, really close game, I reckon. It's gonna. all
That
come down
mostly
to-
came down to picks and
Yeah.
you feeding.
Yeah, pretty much. It's usually how
Does
it
anyone
goes
have the
down
Does anyone have the
It's
brackets?
usually
for
how
that?
I go.
Could we,
yeah, Panda,
could we
link it
post-
down in.
Can we post the brackets in
Yeah,
the
sure can.
Twitch chat? Sweet.
Not only
So I'll have a
Twitch
look
chat.
at that and then
oh,
I'll
yeah, I'll
decide.
just look at it from here.
I'll decide.
And I think
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
getting Skype, so
with
this-
like the
I'm on my
Silicon
phone.
game,
Twitch.
with like the Silicon game,
Hmm?
I think No
So
Fucking
they-
Clue are gonna have a bit of a challenge there. I mean, coming in at number 8, they're gonna have a bit of a time trying to beat the top seed, I guess you could say. I mean, they're
Yeah,
probably
it's,
gonna have a little
yeah,
bit of a chance,
sure.
but yeah.
I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's just going to be. I don't think any of these games are just going to be like a 15-1 type game, which is pretty good because no one likes seeing a complete pub stomp at all.
Yeah.
No, like it's just not enjoyable.
No.
It's just like, oh wow, they got another. Oh yeah, wow, they're carrying. Big surprise. I think close games. It's going to make it for a very, very interesting bracket. And even then, like I'm such a big fan of the double elimination and the fact that there is a get a grip, Giles, come on. And the fact that there is a losers round as well. just to give, like, if you're having a bad game or something, or you're having a bad day, you can get back into it and you can still come back strong and you still have a chance for the finals. I reckon that's a really, really good addition. Props to Cybergamer. Well done. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to watch all these games.
Yeah. I mean, like, even the teams that do lose are going to have a really good chance. They go into the lower bracket. It's more of a less, you sort of pushing yourself further up and trying. You always have a chance. I mean, even if we beat Hitori or Hitori beat us, whatever team's going to have a really good chance in the losers round to get back up and get back into the Pro League.
It's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Not only that, there was a 2v2 tournament coming up. I'll just go quickly check the Reddit. Yeah, there was a
2v2 ladder, yeah.
2v2, yeah, that now. That's going to be great. Cannot wait for me and the Bay Funker to get up in there, shred it up like we usually do in our 2v2s.
Dude, I played with Swifty last time and we got knocked out first round.
Who'd you play against first round?
Yeah, shout outs to HS and
I'm
Martin.
shocked.
I don't remember. Was it Ender XX or Ender X22? It might have been.
It's Ender
But
X22 and then Ender
We got
X
fucked
something.
up by whoever it was. It was like a best out of 3 or something, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. We got fucked up.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. All those small kind of tournament things are usually quite a bit of fun. Yeah, I think that's really good that people are actually going ahead and organizing their own kind of stuff.
I mean,
It's just really good to see actually within such a small community as well.
It's good to see more of these 2v2 ladders, even though teams, like people from teams like Anti-Alias, Trident, and all them, and all the people who are on core teams are entering this tournament. It's good to see people that don't have a full-on team that can enter in with friends and people that maybe should be on a team, can't be on a team, such as Giles. You can play with someone from another team, and and you can get on. You can.
I'm sure Giles has friends, Ben.
That's what I meant. Oh God. I mean,
What are we saying?
Someone.
Giles is just gonna have to do some mad recruiting to find anyone to play with him.
I mean,
You know?
I mean, someone that's not.
I'm
This is
good.
not good advertising
I'm good.
for me.
This is not good Any publicity is good publicity.
I mean, Giles is oh God, I can't recover from this.
No,
You can't. You can't. There's no recovery.
Oh wow. My
Ooh,
bad.
okay. Away from that, I'm just watching it
think about
happen
what
on
you say,
stream right
mate.
now. I'm reliving this.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
reliving
watching
this
it
moment
well.
on stream right now.
Oh God, that's bad.
Think
You
about
can
what
see the
say, mate.
pain in Giles' eyes. He's smiling, but behind there's a tender soul that's just been snapped. Alright, baby, I'm here for you.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. And the more people we get in this 2v2 tournament, obviously the bigger it's going to be. And it's just going to be so sweet to just, like, look over and just see a whole bunch of names and, like, go down the list and know, like, the majority of people. At least for people like us who know quite a few people in this game, I suppose, because we play a lot of League, we play a lot of competitive stuff, and we talk to other people and whatnot. I really like this kind of stuff. Giles, what are you doing,
It's
Giles?
a good change of pace as well. Been like everyone being serious all the time, and then you can go into a 2v2 20 and have fun and try and win some gems.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, we got
Which
Smite of
my
Origin
head
as
is
well.
much bigger than your head.
Yeah, I think if you guys headbutted, I think Giles would win.
Well, yeah. See, this is a 4-head.
This section
That's a
right
5-head.
Ah,
This is Switch's entire head right here.
Yeah, I see why you agree. Yeah,
Pretty.
well,
Pretty small head.
but you just said he had a 5-head. That's the
Poor
thing.
Yeah.
Giles. Poor Giles. Man.
Now I
Even
gotta think
HS
about
says
what
it in
I say.
chat, and it
I thought
hasn't even
was-
come up yet. Like that part hasn't
Yeah,
even
this
come
is
up,
like
and
four
HS
this
is already
time.
calling out the 6-head.
Giles is
God.
confident, so-
Well, there you go.
But I mean, like stuff like the
Alright.
Smite of Origin.
State
and
Origin?
Stuff. Yeah, the Smite of Origin.
Smite of
Oh,
Origin.
look,
That's
Smite of Origin is a fantastic idea, and I'm
Nah, not running it. Not
Oh.
running it anymore. Fuck that. Community is too toxic.
too much BM on Reddit. Too much BM on Reddit. Nah, yeah, it was it's actually a really really good idea, and it's a way of bringing people together that might not get a chance to play together just because
Yeah.
teams and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a good way to it kind of plays on your sense of patriotism to your state, your area, your home.
See, that's what
And I
sucks.
feel like that's really really good.
See, that's what sucks. I'm
So-
born and raised in New South Wales, but I live in Queensland, and it's like I'm gonna play for the New South Wales.
I'd
team
hate to live in Queensland too. Hey,
because- Sorry to say it, but fuck Queensland. Like, come on. Like, New
Oh,
South Wales has
whoa!
always sort of been
Whoa!
the better team in most things. I mean,
Oof.
8 times in a row kind of was just a little luck spill.
Ooh. Now he's
Yeah.
getting like real
Luck
life sport
spill.
into this.
Luck spill.
He's bringing it out.
But yeah, I mean, like the teams like Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland have got like their main teams are really strong. I mean, there's gonna be a real challenge for a team to
You know, and then,
define
you
as
know,
best.
Lonely little SA. You know. It's like-
South Australia, big
I'm sure that'd do
contenders
well.
there, headed by
Yeah,
the
I'm sure that'd
almighty
do
Gruff Dogger. Oh,
Twist
Gruff have
down,
Port
mercy.
Australia.
Twist down here decided, nah, there's gonna be like no one from South Australia, so it's like,
Yeah, I know Gruff Dog was in it, but I was just like, you know, I don't really like South Australia that much. I'm moving.
I
as soon
don't,
as
and I don't
can.
even live there. I'm
Yeah, no one likes.
Ma.
and missing Giles.
Oh, you know, my mum and dad just came back from
I-
Melbourne. They said it was just filthy, dirty little joint.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Feel free to leave. Feel free to go from this Skype call. Go, get out.
I think I should leave
Talking
and let
smack
you
about
start-
my city.
I reckon I should leave and you should probably just fight.
Fight, yeah, to the death.
Oh no, he won't stab me. Dude.
I have a screwdriver.
Just
What?
gonna
Sorry,
screwdriver
I'm
you.
from.
Huh?
Pardon, Kevin Red?
What?
Yeah. Anyway.
What?
Continue on.
I mean, yeah.
Giles has decided to leave us.
I think. I th-
Giles is out of this conversation because he's from. I don't know where he's from.
Queensland.
Wherever he's from. He's. Oh no, he's Tasmania. I think.
is he? Oh, okay.
I think so.
I mean, I think we're also going to see a special match between New South Wales core and New South Wales sub team as well.
If they make it,
I'm.
I'd really love for
like
Giles
to
to
see
be
it.
here so he can confirm stuff like the second teams of full states, the full teams of states, both sub and
You know,
core.
but
Giles is from New South Wales.
Looks like-
Yeah, Apples, I know, but like, isn't he on the Tasmania list or something?
I think that was for shits and giggles
Because the backup, because the backup support was
Oh,
for New
okay,
South
he's
Wales.
he's coming back.
He just had to go
getting
get
a
another beer.
He's getting-
He,
Yeah.
he had to get
You
another.
had to get another beer. Is that what you needed? Is that what you needed, dude? Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah.
Nodding.
We were waiting for confirmation as to what's happening with Smite of Origin, with states that have two full teams, both core and sub teams.
He's
Oh
muted.
my god,
He is muted.
You're muted, mate.
you're muted.
Yeah,
I knew that.
yeah. You got it.
Oh wow.
Just gonna need a minute.
Alright, so you're
Just
gonna
gonna take a sip. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to answer the question now,
Yeah, that's
Keanu?
your question, mate.
You killing me, Giles.
Enter
Alright.
the Matrix.
Alright.
Maybe you
So-
shouldn't have had another beer.
No, maybe I should have more. Basically, what the deal is I don't know what the brackets are going to be like yet. But I'm thinking if we can get a 12-team sort of comp thing, it's still uneven, but you've only got one team skipping around. Or two teams. You got two teams skipping around. And if we get the sub-teams on, it could be like a really competitive tournament. I'm kind of thinking maybe have like the Queensland A and B teams in the same bracket as themselves, and then the New South Wales A and B teams in the same bracket, so that you don't end up with a New South Wales A versus B, because we all knew that would happen,
Yeah,
as they're obviously the best teams,
pretty much.
even the sub
No,
team.
Victoria's pretty
Yeah,
good.
pretty much. No.
Because you're on there, but like,
I'm on the sub team. I'm not good at this
Whoa.
game. I'm on the sub team.
Switch
Oh.
Twist just got a little
Wow.
dark there, man.
This reminds me of Temple Wolf stream every time I get in and tell him that the light's too bright and he goes up and turns it off. Love it. Twist.
Sorry.
Should we
Love
turn
it.
off our lights?
Shout outs to Temper.
I got
Temper
fucking
is a
Oreos,
babe.
dude.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Look at him. Oh, good lord. Okay,
I'm even paler.
so when is the State of Origins? Oh, Smite of Origins.
So the Cyber Gamer tournament is this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, this Sunday and next Sunday.
It's the 8th
Alright.
and the 15th.
Yeah, well, it's going to be the weekend following that. It's
Okay.
either going to be Saturday or Sunday, haven't decided yet, but it'll be at 1 o'clock. 1 p.m.
I reckon Saturday's a better one.
I think Sundays.
You feel
got work.
Saturday? You feeling Sundays?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
straw
feeling
poll it.
I got work. I got work every
That
Yeah,
worked.
straw poll it. Can we straw poll it?
I mean, we could straw poll.
It's worked in the past,
Alright,
it hasn't,
I'll get one up.
but
You
still.
guys keep talking.
But
Sundays
we'll wait,
is like-
we'll wait for Prenzel to pipe up though, and then it will change. So, whatever wins, just pick the ladder.
Oh, he's not
I'd
here.
much
Prenzel.
rather Sunday.
I can't do this. I know why Temper keeps the light on. This hurts my eyes.
Shit, I'm hoping I'm spelling Saturdays.
Emperor Almighty. Is that a cup? You drinking
Hey.
tea?
Are you drinking tea?
Yeah, dude, I got coffee, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee.
Covering it up with coffee now is pretty much just tea.
It is coffee.
I mean,
Don't you-
Switch is drinking.
Am I the only one that drinks coffee in like a cup this big? Yeah, I'm
No,
going
you've
with the
got to
healthy
drink it
option.
in like a cup that
Coffee
big, but
down
you drink it in
there.
the morning, not even
Coke
the night.
over there.
I know,
Beer
but
down
I'm up late tonight.
that way, and I
You're up
think
late tonight.
I'm drinking wrong.
Yeah, dude.
That is a very nice guy.
Oh god damn.
Why is his
What
eyes
do we
red
got?
from smoking a hookah for so long?
Wait,
'Cause
what
he's
are we
been
talking
smoking
about?
for
What
so
are we
long.
on about?
He hasn't got
Are we not
any
talking-
sleep, so his eyes are bloodshot from not resting.
Nah, Mum, I just went in the
So we're on
pool
this-
and they used too much chlorine. What's drugs?
So are we on other Saturday
okay.
or Sunday? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Straw
I think-
poll's now available.
Yeah, I did it. But
Ooh,
yeah,
Can I vote?
I think you can
Yes.
vote, yes.
of course you can. You don't even need to
say
vote.
so.
You just pick what day you want it, dude.
You spelled fucking-
I'm saying-
I know. I just
saying
realized I
Friday.
spelled that wrong.
What the fuck did
No,
you spell
or-
Saturday? You spelled orange. What the fuck?
Oh god damn.
Like this started off so professional, and it has just turned into the
It's just
biggest
gone.
pile of shit.
It's gone pretty downhill from here.
Like, pretty down. Actually, no, I'm voting for Saturday. I'm conforming. I'm going Saturday.
I think Twist kind of spat coffee at his
Uh,
computer.
No. No,
Camera
please,
down.
we need Sunday, dude. I have work all Saturday.
You're not even in the
We don't have
tournament.
a
Oh.
What's it for?
Smite
Is
of
this
Origin.
the-
You fuck. Oh god.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the fucking hetero game. Like
What?
I thought it was. Don't worry about it.
This isn't-
Continue on.
It's too early for him.
shit.
It's 8:30 p.m. It's way too early
Yeah,
for
he
him.
hasn't had his coffee yet.
Yeah, dude.
I just
Right,
don't even.
continue on.
I'm just gone. I just.
Right.
You guys talk, and I'll just nod and say yep occasionally.
Alright, what's our next topic? Let's just get off this.
Yep.
'Cause it looks like Sunday's.
No, we're on the straw poll though.
It's on
You're
9.
shitty.
It's on 9 votes.
No,
Why
I'm
Alright,
sorry,
so out of
thanks.
60 people
So
voted.
there's 17 votes out of 37. 36, sorry.
Yeah.
Good.
Can
Panda,
people hurry
can
up
you
and
well
vote?
English?
Ah,
Fuck
Thank
me,
you too, Panda. Can you well English? Yes. Yes, I can.
fucking hate as pun. Can ye English?
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it looks like
You guys
Sunday's
just
winning
drinking
11
at
to
6
8.
now.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, Saturday, so much better. Now
Regardless.
that like
Regardless.
So what do we got next?
Let's talk about. I don't know. Someone else come up with it.
The
I wrote down a list
Team
of like,
changes
things. You guys.
and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got a team change over on Trident. We had to lose Pickle, Finger, and Bloodleash just because of school commitments and whatnot. Stuff getting relatively serious for them. Same with Divine. However, Giles, please, I need to concentrate. I can't. Anyway, yeah, Divine is going to stick around till the end of this top 8, if you're gonna put your head down and laugh, move your mic. Oh my god.
What the fuck, mate?
I'm just gonna block him out there. Alright, we're good. Divine is gonna stick around till the end of this top 8 and then finally come up with his decision as to if he'll still be able to balance both uni and being able to come on for practices and scrims and all that kind of good stuff. But our current lineup is Gruff and Red Oxide in the duo, Gruff on support, Red Oxide on ADC. We've got Tompo in the solo lane, Valkyr in jungle, and we've got Divine playing mid. So he's returning to his
Chosen role.
returning to his old main, chosen role, preferred role, I suppose you could say. And then that's the team that we feel like we're gonna give the best result with, and then
So
depending on
Valkyrie
how
and
we
Tombo,
go.
are they finalized positions on Trident?
No, not as of yet. I'm
Still
yeah,
decided.
not as
You
of
guys
yet.
are all still going through it?
Yeah, it's still going through. Depending on how we go in the tournament in the next 2 weeks, we'll decide if we're going to keep them on.
So
or
they're
if we're
fighting.
going-
They're fighting for their spot in Trident. If they
essentially at a pretty high stake.
Yeah, they got.
Can Russia
Okay.
and no straw poll just in
He can't.
7-2.
I really.
He doesn't
can't.
know how.
It's.
He
it's
doesn't
pretty-
know
I'm,
how.
I'm even gonna vote no. Like, I really
I'm gonna-
can't.
TD Sprinkles,
Yeah.
after the finals, it's not confirmed that we'll be looking for a mid laner, only because we're just waiting on what Divine's going to have to say, and if Divine thinks he can manage both full-time study load at uni, because he's doing a pretty intense degree at the moment, as well as an online class. So his time's taken up a lot between his studies and sleep. So yeah,
Yeah.
depending on all that,
Yeah.
we'll see if he'll be able to stay mid or if he'll change. It's all kind of just in the mix at the moment.
You can sort of see where it's
And no
come there.
PTO.
I just started uni, and I've got work and stuff as well, and then I like just restricting time to play, and I haven't played at all this week. I haven't gotten a conquest at all in my first week of uni.
That's
So
what we're doing tonight, man. Fucking all nighter.
yeah,
We'll do this.
no, I got work tomorrow.
Too bad.
So-
So do I.
For
I'll
real?
stay out till a bit tonight. Yeah.
I got the
So,
weekend off and I didn't even need to ask. It was fantastic.
Yeah, well, I had to ask for today off because I just said I had homework. And I couldn't be fuck on it.
Good homework.
Anyway, yeah, so
Nice.
So
have my
what else
bosses in
teams?
here.
What other teams are we looking at for that are changing up? I mean, I know Odyssey Drop Bears have lost their manager. Unfortunately, with Nightfall stepping down to focus back onto Cybergamer. I know players like IB Zapman,
Captain Kool-Aid.
I think
Captain
he's in here.
Kool-Aid. There's a few people looking. Neutral Flare.
Wait, what's this for?
Inferno?
There's a few.
You mean Inferno? Inferno Flare? Is that his name?
Fucking bandit. Read a book or something, dude. Just get your vocab up. Come on.
There's a fair few players that are looking for teams and
Yeah.
looking to get on main rosters and stuff like that. I know.
There's like something is ill something 5, and I don't remember what the ill pit stands for, but they seem to have a really cool roster of like
Illustrious
crazy Aussie. Yeah, that's it. Crazy Aussie, A to Z,
PTFO.
those sort of guys. Yep.
Yeah, PT and.
I think their
What
current
do you
I think
guys
their
think
current
about
lineup
that?
is Omazi and PTFO have swapped. PTFO has gone back to the solo lane, which is what he used to play for when he was on Anti-Alias. Omazi has moved into the mid lane. A to Z and TD Sprinkles are in the duo lane. A to Z is going to be supporting TD as the ADC, and we've got Crazy Aussie running around in the jungle doing what he does best. I think they're a pretty strong team.
Who's the mid laner, sorry?
2 days ago? Omazi. So 2 days ago, Trident scrimmed them. Gruff wasn't there, and I filled in for Gruff. And yeah, it was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. I like where they're going, and if they just keep up the practice, like they've really got the potential to be one of the top teams.
They're very solid individual players. They just need to work on working now
Yeah,
together as a team.
very consistent. Very consistent. Like it's rare that I've seen stop telling people how stressed. Shut up, Titty Sprinkles. Yeah, like it's rare that I've seen Crazy Aussie not play consistent or not play well. Same with PTFO. Omazi is just Omazi, and I love him to bits. Same goes for Tuzi and good old Titty Sprinkles.
Yeah. What lower, I guess you could call them lower level teams and teams that are trying to start out need to realize, like I see lots of teams breaking up and trying to reform into other teams and all that sort of stuff. What people need to realize, and lots of roster changes, lots and lots of roster changes. What people need to realize is it's more or less, if you get 5 people that fit in their roles well and do their job in their role, and you just sit there and work on it, and work well as a team and try and figure out who's the shot caller, who's the carries, who you want to get fed, what sort of team comps you want to run, and you sort of just focus on that and just work straight hard down onto that, I think we'll have a lot more better teams in the scene and more teams that are thriving for that top 8 position on Cybergamer, thriving to get to Worlds and really pushing in the open ladders on Cybergamer and stuff like that than just
Exactly. Everyone's
teams
got the
constantly
passion
breaking
for
up.
it. Yeah. Everyone's got the passion for it. Everyone's got the drive to do it. Yeah. Do you want to mute yourself, maybe? Thanks. Yeah. So like everyone's got the passion for it, and like the majority of people, they say, "I want to go to Worlds. I want to go to Worlds." Best bet is just get yourself in a team and just stay with that team. Like take a look at Insight. They've been a solid roster with no change for quite some time now, and they are easily in the top 5 teams. Well,
Yeah.
obviously. They're an exceptionally strong team. They work well together. They get along with each other. And it's like a little family. And if there were more teams like that, your skill would improve. Your gameplay itself would improve a lot more. And so would your teammates. And then, like, if everyone's getting better, then competition gets a bit steeper. And the same 3 or 4 teams aren't just going to be destroying every single time.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that I can't stress enough. Like, if you're on a team and you feel like you're breaking up or like you don't particularly want to put in as much effort, you actually have to step back and look at the bigger picture of the entire team. Because if one person drops out, then it's going to be chaos for the other 4 people to try and replace said person.
Yeah.
I
think
and it just plays up with the morale of the team and all that kind of bad stuff, and it's just not a good time for anyone, really.
Yeah. I think if everyone remembers back to when the sort of competitive, I guess you could say, scene of Smite OC sort of started, it was like, this is Insight's stomping ground. This is sort of 50, well, Row now, Subfloor, Biggie, Temper, and Sporks were all just running around like crazy. They were just like thinking, let's just keep playing and let's keep practicing. They got what they needed to learn and what they needed to figure out ahead of every other team. They sort of figured out what they needed to do and they focused on that. Then they just kept working at it, and they were a top team for so long and they were above everyone. Basically anyone that sort of challenged them, or they challenged anyone, didn't really come out, like, they were close games and stuff, but Insight always ended up coming out on top. I mean, stuff like that sort of sets an example.
Until Trident.
Yeah.
Until Trident got pretty big and started practicing a lot, and they were like the first team to beat them or something like that I heard of.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's just like, it's all practice.
Yeah, it's just practice. I mean, because Insight and Trident and the teams that are in the top 8, most of the teams in the top 8, and some teams that maybe aren't in the top 8 have done that and sort of focused down and practiced on what they need to do, can be that top team. You just need to put your mind to it and set it down and get to it.
Something I want to talk about, which I'm kind of excited about, is Kiki Omeo's team. They're currently looking for a jungler. Now, with the lineup like Kiki Omeo and Richard Castle in the duo lane, like the brothers, the ADC support combination brothers. No, that's Funko's team. Learn stuff.
Aren't they in that?
No, they dropped
I don't think
No.
keep up with shit.
Maybe. Hey Twist, maybe if you pay attention and not cut me off, you'll know. So you got the brothers from Melbourne in the duo lane. They are a fucking powerhouse together. They are incredible. You've got Wizard mid. You got Yada in solo. Like so much talent and so much potential there.
Giles, you said
I
you knew who
can't.
their
I
jungle
cannot
was? Who
wait
was
to
that?
see.
I know. Or at least I have an idea.
Is it disclosed? Sorry, I'm still going off the
Chucks-
the Reddit
Chucks-
post that was
Chucks-
posted 2 days ago.
Chat's saying it's El Chuckles, who
Yeah.
I also believe it is, and
Oh,
El
okay.
Chuckles played for 270 Optimus, which wasn't a very competitive team, say tournament-wise, but Chuckles, as a competitive player, I know him very well, and I know that he has a lot of talent behind him. With a good team, he should shine very well.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, that's another team. There's not my view from everything. There's not many teams that are duo lane based. There are a lot of mid lane and solo lane and jungle based teams, but there aren't many duo lane based teams. I know our team in Anti-A are really duo lane based, and it's good to see another really duo lane based team coming into the scene and trying to compete in that duo lane.
Yeah, if I suck to Switch, our team is not coming from anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I think we rely a little too much on HS.
Yeah.
Just to, shh.
No, you guys are all about Swifty, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well, it's hard not to be.
Those Swifty teleports. I mean, come on, how can you beat them?
Yeah.
I just love getting in a
Fucking
game with him,
love
saying
Swifty.
hi, and then him
Fucking
shutting me
love
down.
Swifty.
Something.
Swifty's an amazing.
Is he in here?
14-year-old.
He's not in here.
I don't think
That's
he's in here. I
unfortunate.
think he maybe still.
He's
be
not
doing
in
something.
Oh, he's
chat.
missing all the love. He's missing all the love. Let's talk shit about him because he's not here now.
Probably
I
still
think
at
Switchy.
primary school.
I think Swifty is still pretty underrated. I think he's capable of
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
being
fair.
pretty
I mean-
good. You know, he's got to keep up his persistence and trying to learn more. And he's just. I think he could,
More like shitty.
grow into someone.
For his age, he's definitely the best player in his age group, and
HS.
he has been
HS
for
is
a
the
long
same
time.
age.
HS is 14.
I'm just gonna look over.
HS is
Yeah,
the
HS
same
is
age.
like
hold on,
6.
shut up.
I'm just gonna stare at the
Yeah,
stare at the
Giles.
stream thing,
Stop.
waiting for this moment to happen for HS to be like, ah! Fucking
I just wanna
crazy
hear what
clean
Giles-
fingers
I
going
want to
nuts
hear
on
what
the
Giles is
keyboard.
saying. Stop. I want to hear what Giles is saying.
Giles, half our
Fuck that.
half our
Fuck that
team
for
is
joke.
14-year-olds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And a feed a smack bang in the middle. Jeez. Too bad for you, Twist.
Fuck that! You guys won't be allowed at LAN.
No,
It'll be like, no, you have to be 18 or over.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do
And then
that.
you're all.
No, not even.
fucked.
Not even. You have to be this tall and over. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're out.
But it's good to see young players coming in like HS and Swifty. Coming in and
Yeah,
putting
no,
their name
that's
out there.
blown up now.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of other young players. I know Captain Kool-Aid's young as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
pretty
he
young.
plays a pretty good
Well, yeah,
Fenrir,
he's-
so
he's-
like,
The same age.
pick your mirror.
Oh, hold up.
Or Ares against him and he's fucked, but still.
3. I play a good Fenrir. 3.
Who? You?
No, he's just hitting the 3
Me, yeah.
keys.
I'm just showing you that my
Okay,
3
good.
keys functional.
Nah, you don't.
I can't play any
You don't
gods,
play
dude.
good Fenrir.
Twist is not.
You can't
16,
play
Twist is.
I actually don't even have Smite installed.
I
Halo
almost
Bundle?
did
Save a lot of people if that was true.
last night.
Mickey Meese,
Um,
Mickey Meese is also a really young player who's out there and he's a decentish player. And
That's true.
Caleb T, which is now known as Cloud T, is it?
You're welcome, You're welcome, Australia.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
also
yeah.
a very decent player. He's up there, but I don't think he's on a team. I don't believe. I think he's
Jesus.
No,
Are we
no,
talking
it's
about
not.
Cloud?
yeah, Cloud. Yeah,
Cloud's really good. He's pretty good.
Look,
we got our
Cloud's
little
good in
Cloud.
ranked
Trust.
if he's on the right team.
ranked.
If he's on a shit
Yeah.
team and he knows it, he's not gonna try. So
Yeah.
that's just Cloud.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
such is life. I mean, ranked is ranked. It's not really that fun at this
Yeah.
moment. I mean,
I think
we
it's
need.
fun. I like it.
We need more community based into the ranked scene. More, I guess, experienced players. I think. Yeah.
No, you gotta play it smart. If you're not good at this game, like me, you take advantage of people that are good, which is why I queue with Crazy Aussie, PTFO, Picklefinger, used to queue with Divine, and then the selfish bitch got into Diamond, and Red Oxide and stuff. and I just get carried. That is my way of gaining
You never,
elo.
you never
it's
queue with
that high.
You never
Yeah,
queue with
that's
me, dude.
Switch's way.
Also, just
Oh, yeah, I
listening
keep
to
it with
players that I guess are more insightful and using curse and stuff like that, and just listening and not being single-minded like Switch, and sort of just trying to.
I'm not single-minded.
and trying.
How many
to,
brains have you got?
trying
Guess
to
we're all a bit
use
single-minded, aren't we?
trying to use more or less everyone in your team than just the one person.
I think the main thing is taking criticism.
Yeah,
It's irritating. Like, I personally
hate it.
don't like it at first. Yeah, but you understand that they're not there to like make fun
yeah,
of
I've
it. They're there
seen
because
some
they
things
want
out
that
of
elo.
Switch.
They're actually technically they're being selfish. They want to win elo from you not being bad, so they're gonna help you.
Yep.
In turn, helping themselves. Whoa! Let's make a flowchart. Oh.
So I've seen.
Okay, I
some,
understand.
You know, between you and Legally Orange, you know that gave me nightmares. I'm gonna have to, not gonna lie.
That was a while ago, and I've recently understood the importance of keeping up a public image, because
Or,
Mr. Serenity Chan CS:GO, who goes by the other name of Yuki, who's in charge of all the teams at Trident, is going to destroy my asshole if I continue to be a prick.
I mean,
So I am turning over a new leaf.
ooh, from Switch, this is
I'm a
big
nice.
thing. This is a big
Shut
thing
up!
coming
I'm a
from
nice
Switch,
person.
yeah.
Deep
don't
down, I'm a nice
believe it.
person.
I don't believe that.
After knowing you for how long, Switch, like
Bend over and I'll show you how tender and loving I can be.
after knowing you for like 2, maybe 3 years, Switch.
Yeah, coming up on 3, babe. What are you
Coming
getting
up
me?
on 3, I know. Big 03.
It's gonna be a great party.
I
Pretty
mean,
fantastic.
yeah. I mean, knowing you after that long, you've definitely changed. After playing on your shit map book and stuff like that, you've definitely improved. And
Where's that piece of oh yeah.
that goes to show that everyone that is a piece of shit like Switch can become better.
Guys, there's always hope, even if you're as bad as me. I don't like
Bad
it.
as Switch.
This is mean to me.
Nah, I
Switch
mean,
bad.
everyone in the community is sort of rounding out to be a pretty decent
Group.
group of people. Like, even after the whole crap that's happened on Monday and stuff like that, we're rounding out.
I'll be
we're
honest,
sort of
hey?
becoming.
I'll be honest. There hasn't been like any, if much, BM since that day, and I thought it would go on for a long time, but it kind of
Yeah.
like everyone
That day,
got
the day after,
to
yeah.
express what they were thinking, as stupid as they were thinking that day, and then since then they've kind of been like, okay, I said what I wanted to
that's
say,
because,
and that's it.
Call it Manic
And
Monday.
some-
Let's call it
Because
Manic
we're,
Monday.
like,
I like
such-
that.
we're like such a
Monday's
small group at the moment that if you like, and they see that people that do things wrong or BM whatever get criticized so much, you know.
Yeah.
They get like such a bad name that, you know, people like me and other people in the community are just like, I don't want that, you know. Like, say they like there probably is still shit talking going on, but it's just not being made public anymore. There's
See,
much
that's the thing.
because
Also, making it public
we're that
like
small.
making it public
Yeah,
That's
like
because
fine.
with that
Be an
small, you
ass.
can just
Be an
hear it.
asshole if you want to. Be a complete piece
Yeah.
of shit if you want to. But don't do it in public.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
because
do
if
that.
you're doing it on the
You
Reddit,
can
you're gonna
get into a
banned.
curse call with your best mate.
And
Talk
as
shit
much
about
shit as you
other
want.
And
people.
talk shit. Yeah.
Go for it. I'm encouraging you to do that because it's unhealthy to bottle it up. However,
I mean, if
not
you're bringing
public.
it out
Not on the
to
Reddit because
public-
Giles will put it up your butt. Not on the
I
Facebook
will
page
ban you.
because everyone else there will put it up your butt.
I mean, we
Yeah.
we,
That was
So
we,
bad.
like,
need
because
to,
we're so close,
we need
and
to sort of realize that
you
it's
join a
like-
rank game.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
join a rank game, and
You
it's
know
going to be
everyone.
like,
be
you know
everyone.
it. Like, these people know what you've done on Reddit, and they're going to be like, you're a scumbag. We don't look like, you know, we don't want to talk to you. And
Shots
Yeah,
fired,
that's
Caleb.
just
We know
like-
you're tree man.
Caleb is
yeah,
beautiful.
so
But we also
Love
gotta
that.
I'm
realize
to
that
do what you want to say.
because we're such a small community, and we sort of need to, I guess, realize that we're being watched by Hi-Rez. We're being watched by sponsors. It's not just the small.
Giles, stop.
it's not just the small amount of people that want to BM publicly. It's representing on all of us. Like, it's sort of just, god damn. It's sort of portraying on all of us. And not... Goddamn Giles.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
It's sort of representing all of us for the fact that even if it's just you BMing towards another person, it can also affect their chance of getting a sponsor and getting stuff like that. Like, because one person's BMing another team in front of a sponsor and stuff like that, and or going out annoying someone. Goddamn Giles.
Is he still needed for the rest of this?
I don't know.
So, no, wait, for 1 second though, Giles, how much, like, so you had a beer when you came in to join us? Were there
I know, he was
beers
late, because it was,
before
yeah, sorry, I'd like to apologize that we didn't actually start at 7 o'clock as we were meant to, but I had to announce it for 7:30 because Giles was at the pub enjoying a happy hour. So we're sitting here,
this makes
getting
sense.
everything nice and neat
Oh,
and cooking
God.
dinner.
I've only
Yeah, but
drunk a
that's-
little bit tonight.
Only a little bit.
If you queue league, be on the other team, please. Not like it makes
Dude,
much
I am
difference,
queuing
but
league.
be on the other
You-
team.
Tanner, don't all tap.
No, I play
Yeah.
better when I'm drunk. 100%.
I bet you're a better driver when you're drunk too.
Oof,
Don't.
that's rough.
He's gonna
Don't.
like, pick up
That's
his
right.
webcam and try and prove you wrong.
Gets a GoPro out.
Oh. Apparently,
Earth mover, where's
Yeah.
Switchblade? There he is.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Giles, we need to
Yeah.
talk. God.
So what else we
Alright,
got to talk?
back to what we were going on about.
Alright. No more Giles beer.
Is your English just never gonna improve?
Fuck.
No more beer, Giles.
He's going to get another one.
Look at that ghetto booty. Mmm.
So what else were we talking about? What else was there to talk about?
Switch? You got the big Mr. List here.
I wrote 6 things down 3 minutes before we went live. Like,
Good lord.
and they've put me on the spot. And you know I have performance issues.
Chat,
do
is
this
there
to me.
anything... Goddamn HS is spamming us. Chat, is there anything that you guys want us to talk about or anything like that? I mean...
Any questions
we got 33 people.
about anything that we have spoken about?
Yeah, or
um,
anything that we haven't
quick-
touched on base.
So we've spoken about the huge scandal of leaked photos and blah 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 flowcharts. We've spoken about everything, the shitstorm that hit Reddit on Manic Monday, the new rules that are being put in place on Reddit because of that, the top 8 tournament, and also our predictions, as well as a couple other bits and bobs along the way. Anything else you guys want to hear? Go nuts.
And hopefully we can sort of start this up, whether it's us 4 or 6 people or 7 people, or whoever we get on. We can probably do this a little bit more often than just randomly.
When shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully we come together for better things. Like, we can do a recap of the tournament, talk about what happened there.
Yeah.
I know for one I'll be taking down, or like I'll be looking at a lot of...
Oh, on the topic
games
of what
and
Laney
analysing.
just said of how cute HS is, I've got a picture for you, Laney. Hang on.
Oh, I've got a lot of pictures of HS. That's probably the worst thing I've ever said in my life, actually.
Oh, good lord.
I swear to God, if Divine messages me on Facebook one more time commenting on how ugly I am, like, I know, and the worst bit is I have to live with it. You only have to watch me for an hour.
I mean, the little...
Squid-looking...
little...
You squid-looking motherfucker. Thank you, yeah.
Alright, Laney, you're finally gonna get to see what HS actually looks like.
Oh, sure.
Gonna sit like this. It might hide the majority of
Are
my
you gonna
face.
bring it
So-
up on the stream, or are you
No,
just
no,
gonna show it on?
I'm just gonna show it on my phone. Hopefully it's gonna be decent enough, but this is,
Nah, open the chat and get it from there,
The
like
whole
I
thing.
showed you before, and just bring it up on your screen.
Alright.
Get rid of the Smite Oceanic thing right in the middle and just whack HS's face right there.
Okay.
So he can be a part of it too.
All right.
Don't do that.
HS
Don't do
HS
that,
can take
that's
over
bad
my HS can take over my life.
That's a bad idea. Why are you wearing
That's a bad-
Kanye West glasses?
The shutter
Well,
shades,
what
right?
are
obviously
you
I'm
doing?
Kanye
Also,
West.
Fuddy Mighty
Obviously,
talk-
I'm Kanye West.
Guys, while I
No, I
pulled this
found them
up-
at Savers for 99 cents. It was
Guys,
fantastic.
while I pull this up, if you guys want to talk about the teams that are under the top 8, so Fuddy Mighty asked that
Oh,
question
yeah,
of
I'll
what teams are under the
whack
top
that
8.
Is there a
I
link?
can't remember by memory. By memory, I cannot remember. I don't know if the ladder's. I think the ladder has reset actually.
I know it's on
Let
pause.
me
Ah.
look them up because there's some
Oh, it's on
good
pause?
teams
Alright.
that aren't in the top 8.
So we've
There are
got
definitely some good teams.
Silicon in first place. They're Heteroy in second. Insight in third. 270 Blue. Fourth.
Yeah, boys.
Trident fifth. My boys.
I'm gonna add
Knights of Honor sixth. My boys Anti-Alias in seventh. And No Fucking Clue are in eighth. For your
Please.
ninth, we've got Off the Charts. We've got 270
Are they?
Optimus on 10th. Mother Croatia on 11th. Law Gaming on 12th. Kentapill, funny Lysidexic name there, guys, on 13th. And then we've got just a whole bunch more teams. Lot of teams to go through, but just the main ones that didn't make it into the top 8. First off with Off the Charts. Purchased on support. Cam Little on ADC. I've played a bit with Cam Little in casuals and stuff. He's a relatively strong ADC. Saber in mid, Zachariah in jungle. Again, pretty solid jungle. And we've got Commando Chris in the solo. Strong team, potential there definitely, for sure. And it's a bit unfortunate that they get to miss out. Yeah, that's a bit devastating. I'm not too sure what's happening with Ping 270 Blue with the Optimus team, just because El Chuckles is now with Kiki and his
So
brother
with-
and their band of...
Wait, what's Kiki's team's
Because-
name? Because I remember it being silly.
Ooh, I can't
Please be Smeg Boys.
No, it's
Please,
worse than
Snake.
Smeg Boys. It's something tickle. It's like I don't remember.
Yeah.
If chat
Don't
knows,
just flash it
then
on there, dude.
please.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Now we have HS at
That
around
photo of
about-
HS!
This is HS's Snapchat towards us, saying he has to get off. At
That was
9
to
o'clock
me.
Like normal. Yeah, it was to you.
That was me. That was to me. That one.
Look,
Really
HS
upset. I've
looks
sent
way older than
HS so
Swifty.
many Snapchats. And
He
he's
looks
never
way older than
responded to me once.
Swifty.
I got.
He's not.
It's called Slap and Tickle.
I got pictures.
Okay.
Which
Picture.
is, that Kiki Omeo's team is called Slap and Tickle.
So I don't
Okay.
really know anything about this,
Just leave-
so don't take this the wrong way, Switch. But because Trident's roster changed pretty quite a bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did anything happen on Cybergamer because of that? Like,
That's-
No, because we managed to get because Cybergamer sees it. Well, from my understanding, Cybergamer sees it under Trident. If we change team or members in the team and stuff, that's fine. Can you stop,
yeah.
Giles? Just stop.
God.
I still can't get over HS's face on the side. That's
He's just gonna sit next
phenomenal.
to me now. HS.
I've got a better
it's
one.
just,
But,
okay. Yeah. So we're still the team's still under the umbrella of Trident and under the name of Trident. Therefore, it's going to remain on Cybergamer under the name of Trident. Not too sure really what happened with the team Tompo was on, the team Valkyrie was on. Not sure if they were on Cybergamer. Not sure how that was going anyway. A little bit ignorant of me. So yeah, there's Panda. Why'd you move him closer to you?
Because he's my
It's
baby.
creepy now.
Hang on. I want to pat him.
don't be weird.
Oh god. Oh, don't,
Anyway.
you're being weird.
So
Being weird.
yeah, so nothing was really said about it.
No, not really. It was a relatively
Yeah.
smooth transition bringing Tompo and Valkyrie on. I'm just watching you pat HS's face now. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. Why did I agree to this?
I mean.
Anyway,
you-
um,
I like how you went to the wrong side.
are you
first.
just mimicking everything I do?
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Giles.
Yeah, no, yeah, yes, no, yes. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what else have you guys, chat? What else have you guys sort of looking at for us to talk about, or any other point of views? And Giles, god damn man,
I'm so sorry.
You,
I don't know how this can be taken seriously anymore.
Purchase Smart. I think a lot of teams are looking for sponsors.
Yeah, I mean,
Right
especially
now.
with what's the name? Ooh.
Synchro, I don't live
I
in a
think a
van,
lot of-
bro. Sorry.
I think a lot of teams will be sponsored after this top 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Especially
That's a big call because I don't really know, but
it's a big
Yeah,
call to make.
I feel like
but,
it will.
Definitely the teams who are doing well in the top 8 and or are showing really, really good pressure and being out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Avant who are already looking at us and looking to get a proper sponsor, and they're a high tier sponsor. They're really looking for like cover pages and really good applicants.
Would you
and stuff.
call them best in Australia as a sponsor?
I don't know too much about the Australian sponsors. Like, I've been looking into them, and I didn't even know about Avant. I mean, going through all the Facebook pages and stuff like that, and going through teams and stuff, and now seeing them and seeing what teams they compete against, seeing like 4-0 and all that sort of stuff. There are a fair few esports organizations that don't have teams in Smite yet. I mean, if they're going to look into doing it, it's probably a good time to start and try and pick up a team. I mean, if they're not going to pick up a team now, it's going to be pretty hard, and they're going to be fighting for a team in in further down the track when it gets closer to the PAX tournament and all that sort of stuff.
I can't
Yeah, that's
handle
what I'm
Giles
thinking
right
as
now. Okay.
No,
I think
but
the
in all
Reddit
honesty,
post.
like Advert Guide is like top tier.
Yeah,
I think very top tier. There's a couple teams in the scene at the moment that are deserving of that spot to be sponsored by them, and it's going to be interesting to see which team does get that spot because hopefully they're all taking the application seriously.
yeah.
You want to make sure you have a good cover letter, a good presentation to give to them, and some sort of like information, some sort of like document to back up, sort of like how you are in the top league of Oceanic.
Yeah, yeah, and like putting your name out there, like the top teams that are in really high up in the cyber gamer ladder and gotten to those top seeds, other than like Silicon and Trident, who already have their sponsors. I mean, there's pretty decent teams that don't have sponsors now that could do it.
But I feel for Avant to sort of get a sponsor before this top 8 tourney, before it's laid out who are the sort of top teams, so it's like whoever's got the best shot would be
top.
You know what I mean? It would be like it'd be hard for them at the moment because like with the way Cyber, like I don't know if they know, but the way Cyber Gamer is, like it's not really shows who's the best.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially for
So-
the fact, like, if from our perspective, we weren't in the tournament at all. Not until the last week of it. Got crammed like 2 or 3 games in, and then
In
tried
the
to...
Cyber Gamer.
Yeah, in the Cyber Game. I crammed like 2 or 3 games in, and then got into top 8. It's not like an amazing perspective on who's the top
Yes.
and who's the bottom.
So even like after the top 8, you know, some teams did not make it that probably should have been in there. So it's still not even that good.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's the way it is.
Definitely.
I think that Avant-Garde very, very smart. They posted out that that thing that the Reddit post that they were looking for a team just as the top 8 were coming in. So there's going to be teams
very
going
smart.
into it.
They're-
Teams like Insight, Heteroi, Anti-Alias, No Fucking Clue. All teams that don't have sponsors,
Knights of Honor.
but are still Knights of Honor as well, but still strong teams. So that's kind of like dangling a piece of meat in front of them, trying to get them all hyped up for it to see how well they can perform.
Yeah.
They
were very
and
smart
I
when
think
it came
that's
to it. I think some sponsors may have rushed into
Exactly.
it and really wanted to get in there and try and pick up the best team. And when we're still trying to work out kinks and stuff like that with the community and stuff like that, and like obvious example is the way that Trident shifted from the team that they picked up to the team that they have now. It's fairly similar to what they had, but it's also, I think Avant were a bit, I guess you could say, smarter with how they got into it and have waited. Where some sponsors, like, there are teams that have come in, the teams then decided, look, this isn't working, and then they're broken up. I mean, you got a lot of sponsors like that that need I guess you could say, like, it's a little rude, but like, think about proper ways to go about it and try and get the best team that they can get.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
in chat, Purchase has asked, what's the lead up to LANs? As of now, I personally don't have any knowledge on that. And if nothing's been announced, then you can assume that no one's really going to know much about what's happening. Giles, what are you doing?
That leaked picture that they had was sort of that came out on that Monday was more or less an idea and a general idea of what was going to happen, but because it wasn't finalized and it's not what's going to actually happen, we don't know what's going to happen. So far, it's more or less like we're taking it as it comes, and it's more or less after the next 2 Sundays. Hopefully, by the end of next Sunday, we could probably see something happening.
That's your fuck.
I don't know what's happening to Giles right now.
Giles.
The bun that Switch Bay is eating is twice the size of his face, which is the
No, it's
hilarious
not.
He is
part.
fucking slaughtered right now, dude. Listen to him. What the fuck?
Oh, come on, guys. Professional. Come on,
No.
think.
No.
Come on.
Okay,
I
Focus
don't
up.
eat during the day. This is when I start
honestly,
eating.
Berserk is organizing our LAN events and our regionals, which is huge on him, and that's exactly why I deleted the post as soon as it was posted. Well, not as soon, but as soon as I could. I was in direct contact with him, and he felt betrayed, and I kind of felt like the community had betrayed him in the way that some people had gathered the information beforehand and then publicly published it, which kind of like it was kind of like a betrayal of Berserk, because he's out there, he's getting paid. This is his job. This is how he makes money each week to pay for shit that he has to pay for, and it's to make sure that we get the best sort of experience we can and the best opportunities we can to make it to Worlds before we go to Worlds. He could pretty much just say, hey, you guys are playing Cyber Gamble ladder all the way until you get to Worlds. Like, top 8 teams get to go into a tournament, and then online you guys get to play, and then the winning team goes to Worlds. Like, he could do that, but instead he's taking it to like a couple steps above that, where we play multiple lands, multiple qualifiers. We get to go into a pro league, sort of like last year's SPL, where there's like, I'm guessing it's like a top 8 team sort of thing, plus a Challenger Cup. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be so good for our community as well to play all these games, because at the moment we're basically just getting all of our experience off community tournaments, which happen like once every 2 weeks or so. Like, it's not that regular that we have community tournaments, because we don't have that many people that are running community events.
Yep.
It's actually a really hard gig to run, and with the recent happenings on the Reddit, I've kind of been like defending a lot of the community event managers. I'd say they're event managers, but it's sort of like they're getting overlooked as if they're just people that are trying to get into the community spotlight, but they're actually just putting out their free time into running these events so people can earn gems and play more games and play at a more competitive level so that they can get better as a team. And it's actually really honourable of everyone that goes into these community events as organisers rather than players.
Yep.
And these players shouldn't be kind of like beaten up on the Reddit, which I'm not really standing for anymore because I think it's quite rude. But these people, and I'm going to name names. I'm going to say Taddy and Nightfall, and Rinconius is starting to come out as one of those sort of people. He's starting to get really involved in our community, and these are the people that we should support and be like, hey, you guys have great ideas. Let's like help these people out. We shouldn't be condemning them for doing things like running tournaments and hosting events. It's kind of non-constructive doing that.
Off what IB just said, saying that we should stop using Cybergamer, I think Cybergamer is going to get a lot better. After the big thing on Monday, and after a couple posts pointing out the flaws.
Manic Monday.
Pointing out the flaws towards Nightfall being picked up now as a Cybergamer admin, and Taddy now sort of taking more interest into it. And don't know if Taddy's going to drop being a manager or trying to balance both. Whatever he decides is up to him. It's his personal choice. But it's more of a lesser choice on what they want to do and where they want to take it and what they want to fix. There's lots of things that we all personally think are problems, but like it's up to them where they want to take it. But I think they're going to really, really try to improve it.
Just going on to what Toxin has requested of us is how would you personally rank the top teams from 10 to 1? I don't think we'll be doing that just because
I don't think so. I don't.
That will start a bit of controversy.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that, like, because there are definitely top teams, and then there are the mid-tier teams, and those mid-tier teams are just like
have the potential.
It's
but
really hard to distinguish
Yeah.
who's better than who because one, they don't scrim as often, or they're not involved in as many events, or they're just not seen as much. So it's really hard to give an accurate reading of 10 to 1.
And it's a little bit hard now.
Yeah.
There's so many teams, and there's so many good teams and so many top tier teams.
And there's only
Well,
so many
Honestly,
teams compared.
honestly, if you're a top 8, prove it. Like, verse the people
Yeah.
that are currently in top 8, and if you win against them countless times, then you're top 8. But you've got to be winning those games and playing those games to be able to even be considered in the top 8. So, if you're worried about the top 8, challenge the
The
top
thing-
8 if you're not in the top 8.
The thing with that is though, like scrims, I know like Cybergamer doesn't really count as scrims, but scrimming teams just casually, scrims are there to test things and test team comps and to see what your players are comfortable with. So winning a scrim or winning 2 scrims or whatever, it doesn't prove, like you can't just go around parading that that your team is better than this team because of this reason, because you bet them in a scrim or a Cybergamer match. And it's just so it will work more towards when we start tournaments and things like that, and proving like what Giles said, proving your top 8 worthy and
sort of keeping your
to
name
make sure
up
you
there.
deserve to be there.
Yeah. It's not more or less like get to number 1 or get in top 8 and then just go, yep, sweet, done. You need to keep your name up there. You need to keep playing. You need to keep playing, not just against teams that are right below you or lower. You need to keep playing teams that are above you and keep trying to get better and stay up there.
I feel like that's what differentiates. My dog's going nuts. Hold on.
Well, I'll take over from where Switch Bay was. Look, at the end of the day, if you think you're supposed to be in the top 8, there's enough places for you to get in the top 8 at the end of the day to make the AU regionals. If you're not in the AU regionals and you think you're top 8, you're obviously not, because you haven't taken those opportunities to get there and you haven't won enough games to get there. At the end of the day, at the end of the year pretty much, if you're top 8, you're going to be in the AU regionals. If you're not at the AU regionals,
Sorry about that,
you're
guys.
not going to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
No worries,
you're,
man.
you're really
What did we move on to?
the same
What have I
thing.
missed? Sorry.
It's more
Still
or
talking
less
about top 8.
trying to prove your worthiness and like not really just versus all the lower level teams. You've got to sort of try and balance it out and show that you're not just up there because you've beaten eight teams that you know as your personal self that are lower than you. You need to start versing teams that are either at the same level or higher up that have a chance of beating you as well as you have a chance of beating them. I mean, like,
And it's not even like, you know, your lower level teams versus your high level teams. Like every team has the chance to beat higher level teams. It's
Yeah.
how much you've practiced,
Just
and,
how much
you
you-
know, like
It's
the lower,
how
like
much you're
lower
willing to
saying
put
lower
into
level
it.
or higher lower levels and higher teams. It's just categorizing. It doesn't mean they are better than you.
yeah.
It just means that, yeah, you can't beat them. Like if you, this just means they've had more practice than you. That's all it means.
There are teams that probably, deserve to be in the top 8, but unfortunately couldn't get there. But, I mean, it's just the way it goes, really.
Toxin, just stop. I
Yeah.
don't know why you just.
We're not going
I
to
don't
sort
know,
of
like-
go on the topic
We're not
of-
going to touch on it, and we're not going to start an
Yeah.
argument. You don't need to.
We're not
like,
going to
Congratulations on a win, but we don't need to have people
Yeah.
waving their dicks around, being like, "We beat a team, we beat a team."
We're not going to focus directly on
Again-
That's a scrim.
again, that's
that's
kind
a
of-
scrim. Like I said before, scrims are for testing things. Scrims are for
for
yeah,
trying
seeing
different
what-
things.
exploring what we think we're good at, or you know, Panda playing a
Or
mid that
honing
he
in
wouldn't
and-
usually play,
Bring
Yeah.
a bit of finesse.
or me playing
All ends
a
in
sport
feeding.
that can't really do that. But you know, like what do you call it? Prenzel playing a god he doesn't usually play, trying team comps that we think might work is in scrims.
That's what
And-
scrims are really there for. What teams need to realize is you find your core, you work on your core, you find out what picks work and what picks you always sort of want to get down. And then once you've done that, and then you start trying new things, trying to implement different things, trying to implement team fight comps, trying to implement early game comps, trying to implement late game comps. As soon as you introduce that sort of stuff, you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then keep trying new things in scrims. And when you get to tournaments, you know what you're good at, and you know what you can focus on, and you know what you can beat teams with. And I mean, that's what scrims are really made for.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone
And
else?
you know, beating us in the scrim is you know, like for us, we're like, oh, you know, we shouldn't have lost that. You know, like we got to try harder. But you know, it's a bad feeling, and it's a good feeling when you beat teams who you said you considered to be a good team, and you know, that's a good feeling and whatever, and it's good to say that
Like-
we are capable for being better. You know, like beating.
If you really
good-
want us to touch on it,
good
Toxin,
teams.
it's more or less you guys have the potential to go forward. You have the guys have the potential to either sit there and do nothing and stay with what you've got. You have the potential to go straight forward and get to the top 8, and you have the potential to get in that top seed, and you have the potential to do all this sort of stuff. But you need to take it in your stride and not hang on it. That going back to the games that we played, our team versus your team, it
No,
was.
well,
If we go back to
if
it, one
for
was
that,
a
if
Cyber
they
Gamer.
see it as a big, if they see it as a big accomplishment to beat us,
Take it in your stride
Which-
and go off it, and then keep improving and take what you did in that game and learn off that, and keep pressuring those points. That's what you guys need to do.
Yeah,
I'd
You
like-
need to not sort of
I want
sit
to
on it.
turn a bit of.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Go to it.
I'd like to turn a bit of attention to chat. Not naming names, but everyone knows who I'm talking about. No point in just throw. Like, I'm guessing you guys weren't here for the earlier part of this broadcast because we were talking a lot about just not only unnecessary comments, but unnecessary comments in the wrong places. If you have an issue with Cybergamer and how things are run and how people are behaving, either take it up with the people, take it up with them privately, and take it up with them in the appropriate social media.
Yep.
Putting stuff down in a Twitch chat here, we have no say in any of this.
Yep.
Panda isn't on Cybergamer. Twist isn't on Cybergamer. Giles isn't on Cybergamer, and I am definitely not on Cybergamer. No point in throwing your stuff here because we don't want it, and
I
you
mean,
really missed a lot if
yeah,
you're still going to be talking about
been
that.
here from the beginning.
Aside from that, Sintaj, you also missed what I was saying with how Triumph was coming along. Basically, everything is going fine, and we're ready to kick some butt this weekend. Um, additionally, what teams are you looking forward to go toe to toe with? Switch and Panda. Twist is also on the team, whereas I'm not on a team at the moment. I'm managing for Trident. So I won't actually be doing any of the actual playing things because I'm bad.
Everyone knows
So, yeah.
you don't really need to say it.
All the games there are going to be amazing games to watch, and I cannot wait for all of them.
Yeah. Cinco, do you mean in like the top 8 tournament standpoint? Or you mean just scrimming, just playing against to win? Because if it's the tournaments, we're looking forward to the Hetero this weekend. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
What
this
kind
Sunday.
of practice? What kind of practice have you guys put in play for that? Because I don't think we've spoken. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you, Panda, about how teams were going and all that kind of stuff.
Not much.
You haven't done much practice. Okay.
Well, this week's been a bit hard because we haven't had much time, but Prenzel's.
Yeah, you were saying before
you
that
know,
you haven't had a conquest game all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prenzel. He's been helping us out with that. He's doing what he can without us actually playing, and he posts in our Reddit thing that we've just made or whatever that is, and Prenzel's been working hard, and he had some research, I guess he's done up that should help us out if we look through it and read through it and whatnot.
Yeah, it's more or less we're trying to analyze how we should play and how we should take it in. Not really playing as much because we all have really busy schedules for working and schooling and stuff like that. We're more or less trying to take in how we're going to analyze and how we're going to go into the games, more or less than trying to get us cram as much practice in. Because we're more or less of a team that trying to, before we play, we have a couple warm-up games, talk about what sort of picks we want to do. We're not like, if you sit on one of our scrims, I know Switch you have before, and or scrimmed with us in GameVox and stuff like that, we, I guess you could say, don't really focus. We like to talk a lot of shit and just fuck around. Like, we take it seriously in the sense of pick spans and what we need to do, but in the sense of things, we're pretty chill when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but it's chilled, but it's we try, we do try hard, and and it's hard lately to, everyone's back at work and off holidays and stuff, and like during the holidays we'll scrimming every day. Giles, I'm not having fun what you're doing right now.
God damn, Giles.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. That was nothing to agree with. I was stating.
Remind me to avoid you at PAX this year, Giles.
No. We go with Giles.
You said I could see your house.
If you want to, it's not that flash. You can see most of it now. There's all white there and then stuff here.
See that bed right there? That's my bed.
Yeah.
Claim it.
Alright, this is going to a whole new level that I don't want to get into now. Let's go back to Twist and the team.
But I think
Thanks.
we don't practice as
Kiki, my
much
boy.
this week, but like I think we're going to be pretty ready for Sunday. How do you think Trident are
Sunday will be
You
huge.
guys play exceptionally well. Sunday is going to be a real big turning point for our community. We'll be seeing so many strong teams play. Although it's only 8 teams, there are going to be some phenomenal games, and I'm so excited for it. I'm just... Giles, I just
Do
can't.
we know whether he's going to be streamed out? Are they being streamed
I
anyway?
assume they're going to be streamed on either, I don't know if Cybergamer has their own Twitch account or whatnot. I think General's Gentleman might be streaming it. Not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Probably good
General.
to find
Yeah,
out.
apart from
and
that, I'm not too
Nightfall, I
sure.
think they're going to do one stream, and I think I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, Nightfall would probably be doing it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be doing on his Smart OCE one that he's got.
Yeah, yep.
He most likely would have it.
And off the topic of what Kiki and Sintar are sort of touching on now, I'm hoping. I know I've had a couple games today, and I think 1 or 2 of them servers were pretty stuffed up. So I'm hoping by Sunday, especially the Australian servers, aren't doing the DC bug where everyone just DCs and get put back to lobby. So hoping
Yeah,
Today
and I
I've
think your
experienced it.
internet is lagging out.
Ooh, is it? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, so everyone's complaining about lag, and you're a bit choppy in this call.
I think they're talking about servers, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the stream is lagging out. That might just be you, Synchro, because you got shitnet, don't you?
I think I did have a small lag spike, but yeah. Sunday.
It's hard to say
Sintaj-
that Insight is just gonna win. Like,
Yeah, I think.
we don't really.
I mean,
people just jump to the assumption that Inside are going to win because they're like deemed as the best team and they're a solid team, and they're a phenomenal team. Like their teamwork is impeccable and they're just a really really solid team. But you can't just go around saying, "Oh, Inside's going to win this, Inside's going to win that," because the Hattori I've noticed have beaten them in a few scrims. I don't know how serious either team were taking that, but
they do in-houses
they
almost
obviously
every
taking their
night.
scrims very. They do in-houses every night, and Hattori aren't just getting absolutely dominated every night. They're closer games. Hattori will win some, Insight will win some, which is actually pretty interesting to see. You don't know the
They've
kind
been
of
feeding off each other, learning.
who.
Hang on, yeah, stream is lagging, boys.
Yeah, exactly, and that's. Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, I don't know. Trident, we've put in a lot of work, although we've kind of had a bit of a mess around with our rosters and whatnot.